It's in the game.
And the Rebels will kick it off to get us underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So North Carolina's offense will take the field first. And Jesse, this offense is built around a guy who could be a generational talent at wide receiver.
This offense is explosive because of that guy. He can take routine catches and turn them into long touchdowns. He can take the top off of a defense. They're going to throw his way early and often in this game, David.
And I can tell you already, the defensive coordinator is not enjoying his life. Like, every single play, you better know where he is. He can wreck a game in one play, can hit the home run at any time. All eyes will be on him.
The Tar Heels come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall.
Turning it on! They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Wants to throw on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, North Carolina.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So UNLV's offense will go to work for the first time today. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read himself. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun on 3rd down. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Zings it complete to the right. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll go back to the ground. running into the open space. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. Complete disaster there. He loses 10. Guys, we've reached the end of the period and North Carolina's on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. To the air, it's Levitt. Fires to the wideout. Into the house. Touchdown, North Carolina! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And that's such a difficult thing to ask your quarterback, to run the RPO, stick it in the belly of the running back, turn, throw it really, really quickly. And you could tell maybe rushed it a little bit too much, and that was the reason it was an inaccurate throw.
Rushes on him. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
The Rebels will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Snagged on the outside, it's Johnson. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Gives it on the option. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tar Heels trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. You couldn't ask for better starting field position. The drive covers 26 yards. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Lawson. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. He's down at the 25-yard line. Waning moments of the first half. It is a 1st down.
25-yard line. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Next game of the first half. Carolina.
And the Tar Heels will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Rebels offense is back on the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, you just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good. And you can't even protect your quarterback on 3rd down. Like, everything going the other direction.
And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Now the pitch. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, UNC! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
The running back is going to get the long touchdown run in the stats, but the option was run beautifully. How about the timing down the line of scrimmage? A perfect pitch, and the running back takes it and does the rest. That's why this offense is hard to stop. So many options on so many plays.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Pocket breaking down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Here's a return from midfield. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Close to the marker, it's Jordan. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking for a man, it's Levin. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. It's complete on the right side. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Guys, we've reached the end of the period and North Carolina's on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On second and goal, he carries again. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on third down. Trying to slam in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quarterback on the keeper. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Trying play action. Under fire.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's looking to throw. Sets up the screen. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Rebels decide to punt it away.
To kick it away.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Trying to beat the D deep. He caught it! And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Rebels offense is back on the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Snagged in the middle, it's Bolden. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Creates a little space. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And here comes the punt team. A huge return there, steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
It's complete to the right. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man, and it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today, and this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.